Today on the Eurotruck podcast, JeffersonB rolls over, Kyle punts a sign, and we talk about current TV news. Hello guys! Welcome to the Eurotruck podcast with Andrew C.
And JeffersonB.
The ghost of Dr. Ubershow MD!
And the very lively Freelance gamer.
In case you're wondering,
They got me on cubic hell, but I'm still in limbo.
yeah, his Eurotruck simulator still isn't working properly, so he's been, he's here, but he's not here.
Here in spirit.
Yeah, that's how I pull my GPS.
Hey.
So, we're taking a pretty short job here. We're only.
Is it north or south?
We're going straight.
Straight.
Don't go right. Go straight.
Yep.
We're taking some stuff to Hanover, which is a pretty close trip. So we're gonna jump right into the news today.
Oh, I broke a guardrail already.
Oh, way to go, Kyle.
I have lights on and it's night. It's weird.
Oh, it's kind of midday for me.
It's the bright of day for me. Ah!
Oh, I've kind of went off the road a little bit.
I've sort of knackered a guardrail there.
So,
that poor guardrail.
general news that we're going to go into. We'll start with recent news of Marvel gaining at least rights, though I'm still trying to find more information about this, to Spider-Man to use in the future Avenger films.
Yeah, there's been some really interesting speculation coming on involving
future Marvel films.
Yeah, it's my understanding that Marvel themselves, they've actually pushed back, what is it, Thor 3 and Captain Marvel, in order to make room for the next Spider-Man film, which shows that they're really passionate about trying to make another Spider-Man and hopefully doing it some justice.
Woo, another Spider-Man reboot.
Well, no, there's a lot of theory going on that they're actually going to take the Amazing Spider-Man actor.
Oh, thank God.
And because his origin story is already over, he's already accepted by a fair amount of his audience, so they may pull him in and just go, "Hey, you're doing this now," which I think would be great because I think he's good.
I definitely appreciated it.
Yeah. Versus the one I don't like,
He who shall not be named.
Tobey Maguire. I was not a fan. I will remain of that opinion for quite a long time.
I will say though, Spider-Man 2, one of the best video games for PS2 of all time.
I believe that actually.
Every time we talk about Spider-Man,
we bring up that game.
That game comes up.
But I mean, come on,
Jeff brings up that game.
It's a fully playable model of New York City. How could you not love that game?
See, here's my thing. Now, I think that's a great... at the time, I think it's a great piece. I think it's a great piece for even the time. But I still feel there's other games that now officially have trumped it, where I look at it and I still kind of go, yes, at the time, fantastic. Now...
As far as Spider-Man games are concerned?
Well, here's the thing. It's a superhero game, right?
Okay.
Realistically, if we're putting it down to that, superhero game set in a large city, which happens to be New York. I feel that,
what does
both
it, though?
Saints Row 4 and, hold on, I'll remember this, Infamous, and Infamous Second Son, all did a really good job of being superhero games set in a city with a scaling environment.
Did you just call Saints Row a superhero game? Now, granted,
Saints Row 4.
Full disclosure, I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Saints Row 4, baby. That game,
you get superpowers.
You get superpowers. Really? It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's still just Saints Row 3 with superpowers.
I have a problem with this. It's like The Sims. Just throw another skin on it and call it an expansion.
And except for when they took pools out. Hey, I think I see...
Okay. Alright.
I don't know if that's you in the background.
That was terrifying.
Jeff, is that in the background?
I am in the background. Do you see me in the background?
I think I see you in the background. It might not be.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
so
dear,
yeah,
this is quite a corner.
Here we go. Yeah,
that was the one I had.
Thankfully, I have a trailer,
nope.
so you don't
Guys,
insta-roll.
I'm on my side.
You're on your side?
Guys, I'm on my side.
Wow.
Hanover's straight, correct? Yeah.
Well, Jeff's going to teleport straight to Hanover.
And yes, I accept the charges.
Well, we might as well.
What else do we have? Other media news.
Jon Stewart is leaving the Daily Show this year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we really only consider it a matter of time. For the record, I'm also in Magdeburg, so I'm going to be heading my way down.
Oh, good. You're not insta-teleport to there. That's good.
No, but my GPS for some reason. Oh no, I see it. My GPS doesn't want to. There it is. It didn't want to get me back on track.
I feel that the lineup from 10 to midnight now is going. Once that happens, is going to be very
Boring.
Well,
I
what
don't
do
think
we have?
boring is the right word. I think it's going to be rough.
We'll
I
have
think we'll
both
get it,
Craig
but I
Ferguson,
think it's going to take time.
we'll
Yeah.
have Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, you'll have.
I mean, for that station though, for Comedy Central.
Comedy
Oh,
Central
okay.
is going to be hurting for talent.
Certainly.
They need to step it up and find some new people.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, there's the night, not nightly news, the one that replaced Colbert.
Report.
Yeah.
It's the
A
nightly
lot of people
show
are-
or something like that.
The nightly show, yeah, I believe. The thing is, a lot of people are very skeptical about him at the moment and the show that's currently on. But anyone who watched early days of Colbert Report can agree that, and Daily Show, it took a while for them to figure out how they personify their character and what they are reporting and how they're reporting it.
Right.
For-
Oh, and it's
Any-
the same time any new person takes over a show.
correct.
I mean,
So,
just look at what happened with the Tonight Show and Conan O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
That show did horrible on NBC because people didn't like what Conan did.
Right.
So it didn't work. They went back to Jay Leno, and then I mean, personally, I didn't like Jay Leno, but that was me. Jimmy Fallon, Jay Leno's second replacement, is phenomenal
I think he's doing good. I like him a
because
lot.
it's Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
a little
fun-
more skeptical of James Condrey. I think it's James Condrey who's replacing Craig Ferguson for the Late Late Show. And I mean, they got another, European to do the show, but that's the only similarity I see at the moment. But his show doesn't start until March, so there's no saying how that's actually going to go.
So, speaking of Mr. Jon Stewart, fun fact: according to the legends of my father, which we can probably add in some quotation marks around this, Mr. Jon Stewart actually grew up in our little corner of the world in northeastern Pennsylvania.
I
Yeah,
believe it.
Rip sign.
reportedly one of my dad's good friends grew up with him. Because Mr. Stewart was a foster child, I think. I don't know. This is one of those like weird hearsay, third-hand legends. So take with it what you will.
It came down from the scrolls of somebody who doesn't have the scrolls anymore.
Exactly. We tell it around campfires by throwing dust into it. If anybody ever watched Are You Afraid of the Dark? We submitted the story to the Midnight Society.
No, I never did watch that show. I always turned it off as soon as it came on.
Who is it? Who is it?
Some of us do.
JonTron, actually. If you know JonTron from, he used to do Game Grumps, and then he went off and did his own thing. But he did
He started his own thing and then went to Game
he did a
Grumps, yes.
review of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which basically is like a watch along, I guess. Where
Yeah, he did a
commentaries-
mix of like showing the books that they're based off of for each episode, like not
Yeah.
fully going into them, but doing a commentary on how actually bad that show was.
Well, he did a commentary on a whole episode or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Yeah.
It was really hilarious to watch it like in my fully lit apartment as a 21-year-old man, as opposed to the 8-year-old that I was, or I think I was 7 because I got really excited that I could finally watch TV Y7 shows in my dark basement.
You're 21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, you are. How old are you?
23.
Yeah, you are old.
I'm going on 24 in August. Mike's
I'm
older than
the
me.
oldest.
How old are you, Mike?
He's 23 as well, but his birthday's in July.
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 I always
July.
confuse the two.
We created a new month, or a hybrid month, so we only have to remember 11 of them.
I thought it was a really bad Asian word. July.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's a Russell Peters joke.
A what?
Russell Peters is a comedian. He's an Indian comedian. He was born in America, and I'm pretty sure July is actually something that he
It's
makes
like one of
fun
his
of.
things.
I think that's one of the things he makes fun of his dad for, because he had an accident when he moved into America. I'm pretty
Right.
sure that's from that.
Okay. I have to go look that up then.
Little park. Speaking of looking things up and segueing into other things without any real notion,
Oh.
Yes.
Sure.
Hey man,
Yep.
just you can't do any worse of a segue than last week's death segue.
Right now we have no sec. Jeff,
Yes.
come on.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Speaking of things that are cheap, like this segue. This segue was not a very expensive
Victory
one.
Park.
We have officially launched. I guess it's a screen test. Call it a beta.
Pilot.
Pilot.
That's a pilot. That's right. We did agree. We talked about that earlier. We launched the pilot of Free and Cheap, and so this week we were playing Arcade, which is an MMO that I've grown to love very dearly. It's just a joy to play, and yeah, definitely go check out the video. I go through a character creation as well as show off my main. His name is Riordan. I always get his name wrong, and I feel really bad about it, even though he's only a virtual character. But I still feel that moral concern because he technically is mine. Do I own him? Does he own me? I don't know. There's
You own
a
the
That's a philosophical discussion for another video.
yeah.
Mhm.
What is it? Actually, if I can put a plug for, there's a PBS. What is it? PBS Digital Studios has a show called Game. What is it? It's not Game Theory. Game. It escapes me, but they have a show all about like the psychology of video games, and I know that they're not the psychology, but like the philosophy behind games. And there was an episode where they talked about if you do something in a game and you remember it, did it actually occur? Because it happened in a game.
It's a good question.
What is it?
As sketchy
PBS.
as a question as it is.
Yeah, sketchy.
It's much better worded than what I can put into
recall. Yeah. And then, but yeah, no, free and cheap's going to be an interesting segment because I feel that that's actually a very to me, someone who's playing Marlow Briggs at the moment, plans to play a couple other less known games. Rowdy people outside my door. This is why I put up a sign that says "on air," and it does not help.
You have to make it flashing.
I have a whiteboard. Do you have flashing marker?
No. So what you do is you go to your local Rack Shack, which
It's closing.
My
Yeah.
my 3 nights of dinners were $3.
So you have a job.
I don't have any money.
That's a fact.
I have no money. I'm striving off $1 a day for food.
Very well. Anyway, so going back to Free and Cheap. By the way, I remembered it's called Game Show. So it's PBS Game Show is their YouTube channel.
That's a very generic name.
It is. but
I like Game Theory a lot more.
Game Theory's already been taken by MatPat. Which,
He
is
puts
also
it-
a very
he
good
puts
show.
in yeah, it's entertaining, but he makes it sound so scientific-y and factful, which I
I
don't
think
even know
that's-
where to get. I don't even know where he gets the numbers from when he's doing all this research.
Honestly, that to me is why it's so entertaining. Is because it's just silly enough to be true.
I will say that these theories are very sketchy, and I don't care for them. Of the
I feel
videos
like
that I've seen.
It's a niche idea.
Oh, there you are. There's where you're parking.
And I just finished. Yay!
Ah, victory!
I'm now level 7.
Someone create a bombshell.
All right, I got a bombshell. Screw you, stop sign.
That looked hilarious and
And with
epic.
that,
Because
no,
you
I
caught
missed it.
air.
I missed it.
You caught air hitting that sign. And on that bombshell, I do believe it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you like the video. I'm going to try not to hit a wall this time so we can actually finish this video nicely. Make sure you like the video, comment down below. Do you like this style of video? Maybe you want us to do a different podcast. Maybe we should do a podcast with a different game. You tell us down below if what we should do a podcast on. And we will see you guys next week.
I'm haunting your dreams. Woo!